It seems like an eternity since Caitlin Clark graced the basketball court. After a full year filled with Clark's iconic three-pointers during her final season at Iowa, followed by her debut WNBA season with the Indiana Fever, she was granted a well-earned break this winter. As the start of the WNBA season approaches, Clark will soon reappear on our screens as she embarks on her second season with the Indiana Fever, which is already set to differ significantly from her inaugural campaign. Clark's inaugural season primarily focused on helping the star adjust to the WNBA environment. The Fever made extensive efforts to ensure their games took place in larger arenas, arranged national broadcasts, and organized events to honor their rookie. Clark's performance on the court met, if not exceeded, expectations. She quickly shattered the record for assists by a rookie in a single season, consistently broke both rookie and overall league records, and was nearly unanimously awarded the Rookie of the Year title. However, as the season concluded, the Fever faced a sweep in the initial round of the playoffs. This outcome was somewhat anticipated given the strength of other competing teams, yet the Fever had now developed a strategy for effectively utilizing Clark's presence in Indiana. Here's a recap of their actions as they embarked on a busy offseason. Following a 2020 record in 2024 and an early playoff elimination, the Fever prioritized addressing their coaching situation. While Christy Sides was a competent coach, the Fever now possessed the leverage to attract a high-profile candidate for that role. With Clark on the team, and their playoff appearance serving as concrete evidence of the team's potential, they pursued an experienced head coach. They reached out to Indiana native and distinguished coach Stephanie White, who was at the helm of the Connecticut Sun in 2024. White has a notable coaching background at the collegiate level and has spent several years as an assistant with both the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. She was the head coach of the Fever in 2014 before departing to lead Vanderbilt until 2021. In 2023, she accepted the role of head coach for the Sun, where she earned the league's Coach of the Year accolade that season. White expressed a desire to return to her home state of Indiana, while Indiana sought to recruit a more seasoned head coach. This mutual interest led to a swift agreement, and White was promptly appointed as the new head coach of the Fever. Under White's leadership, Caitlin Clark will be encouraged to enhance her defensive skills and minimize her technical fouls, a topic she lightly remarked upon during the Bird and Taurasi Final Four commentary. This change in coaching should also have a positive impact on the entire team, as White possesses the requisite experience to mentor both the emerging talents of the Fever and the seasoned additions obtained through free agency, including several players familiar to her. After engaging a coach of Steph White's stature, the Fever were set to enter the free agency period. They re-signed prominent guard Kelsey Mitchell and subsequently acquired seasoned forwards Natasha Howard and Dewana Bonner. Veteran guard Sydney Colson, known for her team spirit, also joined the roster, while Sophie Cunningham was obtained via a multi-team trade, and seventh-year center Brianna Turner also signed with the team. In summary, the Fever successfully incorporated the veteran presence that was critical for the team. Last season, they possessed talent but fell short on the experience required to navigate the unpredictable nature of the WNBA season. Now, alongside Aaliyah Boston and Lexie Hull, who are remnants of the previous youthful core of the Fever, Clark has seasoned veterans to rely on. She will consistently have leaders providing guidance, although this is unlikely to represent the long-term future of the Indiana Fever, especially considering the impending expiration of the collective bargaining agreement and the trend of one-year contracts this season. It serves as a solid foundation. Despite the potential benefits expected from the drafting of Clark in 2024, that iteration of the Indiana Fever was not competitive enough for a championship. Competing teams such as New York and Las Vegas, boasting numerous seasoned players, brilliant coaches, and international accolades made it challenging for the Fever to keep pace during Clark's inaugural year. With positive measures taken to remedy these gaps, what comes next? While Clark will undoubtedly encounter heightened pressures in various aspects, longer able to cite her rookie status as a reason for any short will also be ways in which that pressure alleviates. With White as a strict yet seasoned coach, Clark faces the opportunity to develop as both a player and a leader. The presence of veterans on her team, who understand the pathways to success, means that the burden of leadership does not rest solely on one emerging star. The Fever effectively raised the stakes to ensure Clark possesses the necessary support to flourish, while also avoiding the weight of the team's success resting entirely on her. The expectation moving forward is for Clark to relax, play freely, and concentrate on further improvement. It may take time to ascertain how the standings will align, but there appears to be a viable route for the Fever to at least secure a spot in the WNBA playoffs, potentially win a series, and conclude their season with a record surpassing the 20-20 output they achieved in 2024. Next offseason, the primary objective will shift to establishing a roster comprised of enduring prospects. A significant portion of the WNBA will enter free agency, presenting the Fever with an opportunity to attract prominent players and enhance their chances of securing a title. A successful performance in 2025 would undeniably facilitate the next phase toward what Clark and Fever supporters likely aspire to be a prolonged period of competitive relevance. It is well known that Indiana Fever standout Caitlin Clark has swiftly risen to prominence as a worldwide figure, originating from her tenure at Iowa, where she solidified her status as the all-time leading scorer in Division I basketball history. Since transitioning to professional play, she has had an exceptional rookie year, with the Fever receiving Rookie of the Year accolades, guiding her team into the postseason, and being selected as a WNBA All-Star. While Clark faces criticism, she also possesses arguably the most significant following ever witnessed for a female basketball player, transforming the game's landscape within an impressively brief duration. Her influence has rendered her a figurehead in the realm of sport even beyond the court. She continues to make an impression. During a hectic offseason filled with appearances at concerts, sports events, and numerous interviews, she made a significant impact on comedian Shane Gillis, who confessed to feeling starstruck upon their first meeting after she attended his performance in Indiana recently. "I just added a third person to the list of people who've absolutely stunned Caitlin Clark, dude," Gillis remarked. "I don't know if she was the fan or her boyfriend was, but prior to the show in Indianapolis on Saturday, we were literally saying, 'This is the house that Caitlin Clark built.' Then at lunch, I thought, man, it'd be explicit amazing if Caitlin Clark came to the show. I was pacing back and forth between the stage and the green room, and then Caitlin Clark simply walked by. I was like, 'Do you want to hang out in the green room?' And she replied, 'Yeah, sure.'" The Indiana Fever ensured fans are aware of what is on the horizon for Indianapolis in 2025. While the enthusiasm surrounding the Fever is at an unprecedented height, thanks to Caitlin Clark and the roster improvements for the upcoming season, there's additional anticipation due to the upcoming WNBA All-Star Weekend. Indianapolis is set to host the All-Star celebrations planned for July, and on Thursday, the team revealed when tickets for the game and accompanying events will be accessible to the public. 100 days and counting until Indianapolis hosts WNBA All-Star 2025, the Fever announced in a post, accompanied by a modified image displaying the essential dates for ticket sales. Mark your calendars. Tickets for WNBA All-Star events will go on sale soon. As per the Fever's announcement, tickets for the three-point contest, skills challenge, and the All-Star game itself are scheduled to be available for purchase on April 29th. Meanwhile, tickets for the Fever as a unique comedy and musical festival will become available on May 1st. The three-point contest and skills challenge are planned for July 18th, while the WNBA All-Star Game is set for July 19th. Consequently, it will be intriguing to observe which players from the Fever will participate in the events to symbolize the city. Regarding the 2025 WNBA season, the revamped Fever will begin their season on May 17th against the Chicago Sky.